What up? What up? This is JB Williams, the Maverick. I'm here with Carlton Johnson, Cali Too Dirty on Instagram. That's how you say it, right?
Yes, sir. Cali too dirty.
Cali Too Dirty. That's KALI
The
two,
number two.
the number two, dirty. I hope y'all know how to spell that shit. Not from that Nelly 2001 shit. Actual dirty, nigga. Spell it
Yeah,
correctly. If you don't know how to spell that shit, that's your problem. Google it
that's your problem.
for sure. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you taking the time out. Today we're gonna be talking about good girls versus hoes. So
Ooh.
I felt like this was a good topic because it's a popular topic within the male community. So we both men, we've both, shot the shit, if you will, about
Right, right.
what you consider a good girl, what you consider a hoe. It's a common conversation. It's barbershop talk for sure.
I'm
You
glad
know.
that you said in the male community because we gonna keep it focused within the male community because I know this finna go. You could go either way, so
Shit,
we're gonna run it.
it's all good. You know, some females gonna listen to it, some women gonna hear this shit, but they just gonna have to take it, because
Yeah, yeah, it is what it
it's
is.
truth, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
coming
is.
from a
It's
truthful
our truth.
place.
Yeah, it's our
Exactly,
truth.
because
There you go.
everybody's truth is different.
Hey,
All right, for sure. But yeah, bro. So let's without further ado, let's just jump into the questions here, man. So in your opinion,
mm-hmm.
how would you describe a good girl, and then how would you describe a hoe?
Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the hoe because
Okay.
it's basically gonna be the opposite of you know of with the good girl. So to me, a hoe is just, and I'm gonna say this is gender neutral. So I'm gonna say someone, someone who is, this is right off the back. I'm gonna say somebody who is negligent to health,
Mhm,
safety precautions. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of lack of respect because I feel like that's what's gonna show your true character. When you don't have that self-respect,
mhm.
that's what I'm gonna look at. Like, okay, she not it because she just don't give a damn. She don't give a damn about herself or how people view her. And
Okay.
now on the opposite side of that, the good girl is gonna be somebody that has a few more morals. She actually lives by the things that she speaks. It's not just up there in her head. She just like, oh, I know if I walk this way, I know if I do this, then I'm doing the right thing. Shit, are you gonna show me you doing the right thing, or you just gonna, just talk about it? I need you to be
Mhm.
about it and actually show that in a relationship or the situation that we got going on. And also be upfront about anything in your past that may currently affect me. I don't need to know that you was with this person, this person, this person, but
Mhm.
if it's gonna have an effect on me, shit, I need to, you need to let me know. I need to know
Okay.
all of that.
Okay, for sure. So what I'm gathering is that you're saying the difference between a good girl and a hoe boils down to maybe their principles, how they live their life, how they package themselves, and maybe passively in a way how they communicate certain things. You
A
know.
little bit. It really don't. Yeah,
Okay.
communication, that's gonna happen regardless. But I feel like, yeah, just like you said, the way they package themselves. If you're not gift wrapped perfectly, you look like you just did your shit the day before Christmas. I'm not really fucking with it. So
You wrap that shit in some newspaper,
yeah,
like fuck it.
exactly. Yeah, you give me that newspaper, I ain't fucking with you, man.
Yeah, fuck it. You gonna rip it up anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Straight up. Nah,
Exactly. Nah,
for
you
sure,
can't
for
have
sure.
that.
It'd be like that. Man, let me start off by saying this, man. I'm just gonna come 100, just to kick it
Hmm.
off from my end for sure. I don't really subscribe to women being hoes.
I'm,
So
I'm I'm in the same boat, bro. Me and you got the same kind of mentality when it
ma-
comes to this type of thing.
you
We're gonna
know
be
what
respectful about it, but we ain't fucking with a lot of shit,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? It's like, okay, for me, I understand what society means when they consider a woman a hoe, to where based on how she look, based on what we just discussed, how she packages herself, based on
Hmm.
how many number of men that we know that she's been with, because a lot of
That
times you
we
don't
know,
even
yeah.
really know how many men or women she's been with.
Right.
Um, and they make quote unquote hoes out to be people who don't have their shit together, they all over the place, whatever. And then the good girl, right, is
Hmm.
someone who she got a good job and she got a nice, modest hairdo. She drive a nice car, like the whole like Oprah, Beyonce type shit.
Right, right, right.
And let me just fucking throat punch everybody with this shit.
Let me hear it. Let me
I've
hear it.
I've had better experiences with the women who are considered hoes, and not just sexual.
Sexually, right? Exactly.
not
Yep.
not not only sexual, just like they
Mm-hmm.
whole frame of being, to me, feels a lot more comprehensive
Right.
than the good girl, the quote unquote good girl. Because what
But
I've noticed,
I
go
feel the reason that that is because they are on that same level as a nigga. Like they have that same mindset that we
okay,
have, so it's
for sure.
easier to to level with them. It's easier to just have those type of conversations without you know trying to make sure that, oh, you're being respectful when you say this, or you don't want to strike a nerve when you're saying this shit. She think the same way you think, so it's like shit, you just talking to your partner at that point.
Yeah, for sure. And what I've noticed too is that good girls,
Mm-hmm.
as we're relating it to the topic of conversation, good girls, they tend to more so be stuck in what they taught, and
Yep.
no offense, what they may have learned in the church,
Mm-hmm.
or what somebody told them how it should be and all of this
Right.
shit. And you just be sitting there like, bruh, like that's not how it's going down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, loosen up a little bit.
yeah, like that part, like not being so goddamn stiff, but
Mm-hmm.
then like, bruh, like, do you not understand? Like, you're saying all the right shit, but you on the cool, not even doing that shit.
Yeah, you're not even doing nothing.
You're
Yeah.
not even living that kind of life. And then
Yeah.
homegirl over here that's considered a hoe, you can speak candidly to her. And the other thing about hoes is that most of them, and we keeping it real, they
Yeah.
fucked with hoe ass niggas. So
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That likeness is there.
right. They've been through some trauma.
Right.
So when you get at them about certain shit, sure they may have baggage or some bad habits, but the good girls got the same shit.
I'm
But
glad you brought that up though, because
yeah,
what some women gonna do is use that as a crutch. They
nah.
gonna use their wholeness because they gonna say right off the bat, shit, you a hoe too. You doing this, this, and this. Why is it that me being a hoe, or me doing what I want to do is not the same thing as you? Me, I just can't wrap my mind around the fact that nah, this woman finna go out here and just start fucking on whoever she want to have sex with, and then she's supposed to come back to not just to say me, but to some other man, and he just supposed to take that and respect it, like, okay, let's go about this.
Hmm.
I live our lives like I think what it is for men is like in the back of our heads, we have to visually put that into perspective. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and the girl that I know that I want to talk to, I want to be with, like, damn, I know for a fact that like three of my partners have like bent her over and just rawed her out, bro. Like, it's
Hmm.
just a visual thing that a man has to go through just to put that together. You're like, damn, that's some whole ass shit. Like, I can't just get down with that. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay, for
It's
sure.
hard to wrap your mind around that.
Man, honestly, bro, I don't care.
I mean, that's
Honestly,
real, bro.
nigga.
That's real, bro. I
Honestly,
just
bro, I don't, because okay, here's my thing. However many niggas, right, or however many guys, whatever, however many
right.
men she's been with that you know about, I always multiply that shit by like two or three anyway.
Hey, what J. Cole said.
You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to, like, based on your direct statement, right? When it comes to
Right.
like knowing of the men she's had sex with, as long as they like not my homeboys or some niggas I grew up with or some niggas I share a space with, you know what I'm saying? Whether that
Right.
be a mental, emotional, physical space with, then I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I agree
And
with you
fuck
on that.
that
Yeah.
nigga on the
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. I understand that. But I mean, like, when it comes down to somebody that you know or somebody in your circle, I got to
Yeah,
think
yeah,
like
yeah,
this because
yeah.
I'm a part of a fraternity. I have
Right.
seen this like firsthand. Like,
Oh yeah, 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 for sure.
if you've had sex with four of my line brothers, including me, and I only got 10, come
Yeah,
on, bro. That's
yeah.
not you just doing what you want to do with your
Man,
body at that point. Like,
that's
you a
that,
hoe. Like,
that's that, that's
just
that's
like
that's the
point
high
blank and
batting
period.
average. It's a
Yeah,
batting
that's what I'm
average, boy.
saying.
Out the
You
park.
50%. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for sure.
50% out of here. Like, that's nah, I can't participate in that at all, bro.
No, I feel that. So that's what it is for me physically. Now, the thing about her being with multiple dudes, right, on a physical level for me,
Right.
which would be the only problem and it's not the physical part of it. It's not her getting bent over my niggas and niggas throwing dick in her and cream pieing her and splashing all
Right.
over her fucking face and choking her out and shit. I really,
Right.
I really don't care because I plan on doing the same
The
shit.
same thing. Yeah. Okay.
So you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'll never know how many
Because it's out of sight,
dudes,
out of mind. Yeah.
and you know, it's that. But for me, it's just about, and I'm of the mentality of like, I rather attack that problem and deal with it and digest it than to be worried or afraid of it or be cautious of it because I'm constantly thinking about how many dicks she done sucked or how many
Right.
niggas she done fucked. Like, all right,
Right.
I'm gonna just tell myself you fucked 100.
Yeah.
And
That
even
way, yeah, that way you
and
can just get it out there
and
and it's just
and
it is what it
even
is.
and even if you've only fucked 20, okay. But you
Right.
fucked 100 in my mind and I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah, you
You
just
ain't
deal with it.
you ain't got no herpes. You keep your pussy clean. You know what I'm saying? Like after we fuck, you go take a shower and shit. Take care of yourself. We good. Cause
Right.
I'm cause
See,
I'm doing the same
that's my
shit.
thing. Yeah, that's my thing right there. And I think that's where, like, when women say, like, oh, I can do what I want to with my body. And it's like, okay, I get that. But the fact that you just brought up, making sure that you are healthy, making sure that you're
Mhm,
honest with your partner, like, okay, if you want to talk to me and you know that you had sex with somebody like 3 weeks ago,
mhm,
I want you to be upfront about that shit because I'm gonna be the same way. Like me personally, I'm all like, if I'm finna mess with somebody new, I'm always, and I promise I put this on everything, that I will let you know, like, okay, I had sex this time or I haven't had sex in this amount of time. I went to the doctor at this time. I'm pulling my phone out. I'm signing in right then and right there. I'm gonna let you
mhm.
know, like, hey, you can scroll through this shit
Kelsey
right now if you want to.
Sibo.
Yeah, you can scroll through this right now. And I want to make sure she gonna follow suit. And if she can't, bro, I'm cool with just like chilling because I know if I really fuck with her, it's gonna
Mhm.
happen eventually. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
for
just want
sure.
somebody that's gonna do the same thing because you just don't know. People gonna lie to you, but until you can see them facts, hey, I'm all right with it, bro.
Yeah, man. And
Especially if you
to
out there being a hoe or just doing whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. So man, let's cause we kind of we going heavy on the hoes. So we ain't really touching on the good girls.
On the good
So
girl.
but I think we can tackle that better by moving to the next question. So next question.
Hmm.
Which would you rather date? A good girl or a hoe and why?
Ooh. Me personally, I'm gonna say that I need a little mixture, bro. I need somebody
That's yeah, that's
that's
fair.
in the middle. Not just because I want somebody that's experienced in the bed, but I want somebody that's experienced in life. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
want you to have gone through some shit to where we can,
Yes, sir.
just like you said, we can talk about this shit. We can make sure that we on the same level with certain types of situations that we may have, run into. So
Hmm.
yeah, I don't think I would prefer one over the other. And I think it would actually be more difficult with the good girl because she already has these things she was taught, these things that she was trained. So that's already just, going back and forth in her head that, oh, I have to be this way. Just like you said, the hoe gonna be your partner regardless. So
Yeah,
if I could
bro.
just get
Yeah,
that
for
even mix
sure.
of both, shit, I'm good to go.
Yeah, for sure. What I've also noticed too, as it relates to the good girl, and it's kind of ironic that as we speak of the good girl, we only really have bad shit to say.
Right. No,
You know what I'm
real
saying?
talk.
You know what I'm saying? Because
No,
like
real talk.
she's packaged to be what we should want, factual, like
But yeah,
factually,
yeah. On paper, she look good.
yeah, but in reality, like it's not a good experience.
Yeah.
Most of the time, unless you're of the caliber of man who's also moving in that same type of frame, that same
Right.
type of, for lack of a better phrase, beta male frame, blue pill
Mm-hmm.
frame, to where it's like, my woman should be this, my woman should look like this, my woman should, only have had sex with one man type shit. It's like, all right, nigga, good luck with that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Yeah,
You know
niggas
what
be
I'm
wanting
saying?
purity, bro. But you really can't. You really just not gonna find that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And if you
You
do find it,
know,
just like we're saying, it may not be the best experience that you're expecting. You know what I mean?
because things like, for me, bro, everything is like cause and effect. So, and
Mm-hmm.
there's always a reality that comes with the type of thing or type of person you want. It's like driving a bucket versus driving a Lamborghini. Like
Mm-hmm.
that, you may not have a carton on that bucket and the gas may be cheap and you can take that shit to Pedro to get fixed, but the experience is that shit breaking down all the time,
All
no
the time. Yep.
AC, you get no
Mm-hmm.
respect, you get no play, you ain't getting
No
no
play.
hoes. No hoes in the bucket.
Yeah, they ain't trying to ride in that shit.
Ain't nobody checking for you. You have no street cred, no office cred, nothing.
Nah.
You driving the Lambo. Everybody want to be next to you. You get it's
Want to be seen? Yep.
a certain level of prestige associated with that shit. But that gas high too,
Exactly.
and that car note gonna get you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that Cardinal finna hit.
So yeah, so I say that to say there's a reality to everything, and I think sometimes the reality of the good girl is really not what we
All this,
expect
yep.
because
Not as cracked up to be.
typically her stress tolerance is low. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Her scope
Mm-hmm.
on life is limited. When it comes to the bedroom, if we just keep it in real, she's not as
Yeah,
experienced.
she not experienced, right?
So then like as a man, as a sexual being,
Mm-hmm.
in that realm, you just like, damn, the bitch don't know what she doing, man. Like, what's up? Like,
And
stop.
that's gonna fuck with you to make you not even wanna you're not
You
even gonna want to
know,
go that deep with her because you know that she's lacking in certain areas, not just in the bedroom, but she's lacking, just like you said, in those specific areas. So you're not even gonna have that ultimate experience that you're looking for in a
yeah,
woman. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. And back to our big point of just the life experience and shit that we can talk about and express to her. Like, if you say some shit to her, and it's something that she ain't read about or was
Yeah,
taught or she can fucking Google. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like she don't know what the fuck you
yeah.
talking
She don't know
about.
what's going on.
Like
Yeah.
you're just a demon child at that point.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You try to put her in a room with you and your partners, or even just another group of girls that they're not hoes, but it's girls that may be on the scene, may like to do whatever they do. She's not even gonna be comfortable in that room because she don't even know what's going on. She really don't have that, like we say, like the street smarts. She
Yeah,
not she real green tea-ish.
yeah.
For sure. She real green
For
tea-ish.
real. Just detox through and through. Also too, man, like I want to speak on this shit. And sometimes hoes, quote unquote hoes, as
Mm-hmm.
society considers them, because I'm saying that there's really no such thing as a hoe.
It's not. Yeah, it's all societal, bro. It's all
But
societal.
for the topic of conversation, hoes fall into this shit too when they try to quote unquote change themselves and turn a new leaf and all this shit. But good girls
Deleting that
have it.
wholeness.
Yeah,
Deleting that
like
wholeness.
exactly. But the thing is, what I've experienced is that women, because now I'm just gonna talk about straight up sex for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and what I've experienced between the difference between a good girl and the hoe. All right. The women, and this is my personal experience, so you can tell me what you think.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
women who I've had sex with fast, as
Right.
in less than 2 weeks fast, we had a much better connection, a much better time, much better conversation. And even though shit ended, for whatever reason, it was still cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was very mutual. It wasn't super overly fucking turbulent and all that shit.
Yeah. There wasn't a big conversation at the end of it about what happened. You didn't have to recap shit. It
You
was
know,
just it just is what it was.
and then with the good girl, it's like she's holding on so tight to herself sexually and she doesn't want to have sex. And
Right.
y'all waiting months at a fucking time. And then as soon as y'all have sex, it's like the
That shit's
rest.
trash, bro.
I mean, the sex can be good or whatever, it's be all right. But it's like
Right.
the rest of y'all's dynamic and connection is just turbulent as fuck.
Is it
And
because it's gonna be strict?
well, to me, bro, and this is more so just like some way outer space like theory for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I attribute it to the fact that because the hoe doesn't value her vagina as much, she's
Ooh.
wants to be more in tune with the other parts of her and she wants to attempt to offer something else outside of
Dang.
sex. With the good girl, she's holding on so tight to her vagina because she
Right.
knows in her spirit she ain't
She don't
really
got nothing. Yeah.
she ain't really
She ain't got
ready
nothing
for
else.
nothing else. She don't
Mm-hmm.
really have nothing else to offer.
Yep.
And I've noticed that with just any woman of any genre, if you will, who
Mm-hmm.
make their vagina a big deal or who make sex a big deal, they be some of the most fucked up, chaotic, turbulent, bitchy
No, that makes
motherfuckers
sense, bro.
that you
That's a
ever
good
want to
point.
fucking be around, because they
Yeah.
know that, because in their mentality, the grand prize is their vagina.
Yeah, is that
So
yeah, it's like you're trying to get to that final level, and that final level is sex. But it's like at the end of the day, we niggas and we know that we can just go get sex anywhere if we wanted to.
mhm.
But just to have that peace of mind, that sound relationship, just somebody that you just cool with all around. I see what you're saying, and that makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, because it's like you can you can have a better relationship with the hoe. And just like you said, she doesn't value her vagina like that because she knows that at the end of the day, she cool as fuck. And she knows that that's what you want.
Mhm.
Just the good girl, she just, she's trying to hold on to those morals, but those morals are really, the blockade between you and her
and
mentally.
and the thing too is, a lot of times, bro, it don't even really be morals, because that's personal. It really be ethics, right?
Ethics, there you go. Yeah,
It's
ethics.
really
There you go.
it's really the societal standard that's telling her to hold on to that shit. She be sitting up
That's
in the
ingrained in her.
room.
Yeah.
She be sitting up
hmm
in the room horny as fuck, not fucking you, because of some goofy
Stressing
ass
herself out.
Steve Harvey book she didn't read. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
you're
she's
right, bro.
is she
You're
sitting
right.
there mad as hell trying to figure out why she mad and why you don't want to fuck with her. And then she's thinking it's all about sex, but really it's deeper than that, because also as men, we know that nobody's really truly invested until ass has been thrown.
Until the sex has been it's
You know
been
what I'm
initiated.
saying?
Yeah.
Until somebody's been fucking choked out and slapped and all and gagged and shit, we
Right.
know there can never really be an established baseline of
Exactly.
true commitment. Now you can say all that shit and you can fucking change your punk ass status on Facebook
On
and all
Facebook,
of
yeah.
this shit, but we know until cheeks have been clapped,
That's right.
there
Yeah.
is no true investment on either side.
Because
Because
even after that, you got to make sure that that's still what you want. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like that's just something that just got to be wiped off in order for you to be able to progress. Like you just got to, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, for sure. And
Because
I
it opens multiple doors.
and I know that people have certain, there's certain demographics of people who have very strict religious, protocol and practice, and no
For
disrespect
sure.
to them, but to the majority of us in Western society, say,
hmm
man, like if you ain't fucking in about 30 days, you full of shit. And it's not, and believe it or not, it really has very little to do with the physicality of sexual activity. It
hmm
has more so to do with what you really have to offer and where your mind frame is at.
Yeah, where your mind frame is
Because
at. Yeah.
if I'm investing my time, energy, and money into you, so
Money.
if we on the phone, if we going on dates, if I'm coming to see you, you coming to see me, we're having this deep conversation and dialogue, we're
hmm
investing in each other on a mental level, and we're physically attracted to each other, because that's the only reason why we talking in the first
Why we
fucking
doing this in the
place.
first place? Yeah,
You know
just
what I'm
be real.
saying?
hmm
Because when you see something, you don't know shit, but you like what you see, and then
You
you
like what you see.
progress,
Yep.
right?
hmm
So if we're here based on sexual connectivity, but we ain't having sex because you want to put up a barrier, not a boundary, a barrier. All right?
And
Because
it's not. I don't even think that she really wants to do that. It's just,
no,
just like you said, she's just doing that because she feels that she has to, and that's the right thing to do.
yeah, for sure. And I just also hate too, and this is me speaking for women right now. I also hate too that society makes them feel so bad for their human nature, you
Right.
know, because I
Right.
think that there's more women in the world who want to be a little bit more relaxed with their sexuality, who want
Yep.
to explore more, but
But they don't want
then
to get looked at the
they
wrong way.
don't they don't want to be looked at like that. They don't want people knowing
hmm
their business. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to fuck up their potential for having a husband or a boyfriend or a partner or building a family, or they don't want that shit coming back to the workplace or just whatever. And I hate that, because I feel like in order for a woman to have sex, she's having sex with a dude, right? So I feel
Right.
like
Right.
so I feel like that sexual activity is an even exchange. And even if we're talking about other communities, same sex communities, I still don't
hmm
see it as a fucking problem. I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, we have to have sex with each
Right.
other. So why is the woman made out to be the bad guy for her sexual appetite? You know.
I 100% agree. I mean, I understand, just like I was saying earlier, the thought process of like you thinking about, oh yeah, this woman's been with this, and this person. But at the end of the day, none of that shit really matters, bro. Unless you have that connection with somebody, that's the only thing we're really worried about as men. Like men, we gonna have sex regardless, bro. But until we get somebody that we can really just like hone in on, we both respect each other, we both got the same views, same mentality, we can just kick it, bro. That's the only thing I be wanting out of a woman, just to be able to just kick it with her. We cool, we ain't got to argue. She just throwing that ass whenever I want her to, bro. If that's why I say I want something in between, something in the middle. I want to
Hmm.
look good, but I want to make sure you still can make it clap on the other end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for
One
sure.
one thing that I wanted to say that you brought up earlier, because you said that, let's just say I was talking to a woman and we ended up having sex within like 2 weeks of us talking.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't even think it's bad that, let's just say you've been talking to this woman for a while, right? But then let's say y'all met online, and then the first time that y'all actually physically meet, she end up staying over your house and y'all end up having sex. I'm
Hmm.
not finna right off the bat think that she's a hoe because
Nah.
of what we've talked about earlier, how our connection was,
Yep.
and the fact that I know that, okay, this may be somebody that I can chill with, I can kick it with for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna accept her being a hoe just because she threw her ass the first day. You know what I mean? Like even if it was really nasty, I'm gonna be like, damn, I know she did this before, but
Yeah,
I'm
for
not gonna
sure.
look at it as anything negative
Yeah, for
because I
sure.
know that the bond that we created before this happened was cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, if I ain't really just talked to you that much and then you just came to my house and we having sex, I might go to the doctor the next day, bro. But
Better go buy
if
you.
there's some kind of,
Better go
if
buy
this
you
is deep
some
dialogue,
some organic cranberry juice, nigga.
hey,
For
drinking
sure.
that to the head, bro. You in the shower immediately after. You might tell her to get in the shower, bro.
God damn.
Oh,
For
yeah.
real though. Okay, so moving on to the next question. The famous question. Can you turn a home into a housewife?
No.
No.
No, bro.
Fucking damn.
No. You cannot turn
Oh
the hoe into a
shit.
Ludacris said it, bro. You can't
All
turn the
right.
hoe into a housewife. But
Let's
hear
hear
me
it.
out, bro. You
Hmm.
can't turn the hoe into a housewife. But will she eventually turn into one? Absolutely, bro. Because what's gonna happen is she's gonna seemingly
Hmm.
delete her wholeness, right? As we said earlier, she's gonna delete her
Okay.
wholeness by
Okay.
choosing somebody who has no idea about the shit that she's done in her past, bro. So
Right.
you gonna you mean you're gonna have to be that person. Now, just like you said, you don't give a damn if you don't know who that person is. If you don't know those people, you don't know what she did in the past, okay. But if you have some kind of recollection or the shit that's happened in her past, that's kind of tough, bro. It's like, do you really want to accept that task as being her man, bro?
The task.
Do you really want to
Oh
accept that
shit.
task, bro?
Goddamn Black
That's
Ops
something to
mission.
really think about. Hey, man,
Yeah, it'd be like that.
I've seen this happen, bro. I've seen a woman
Hmm.
get slutted out in college, bro. And
For
now I
sure.
know some people are gonna say, well, she was mature. I mean, immature then. She was no. She got slutted out.
This man said no.
She got slutted out in college, right?
Yeah.
Like when I say slutted out, I mean cheeks beat on public stairs in apartments, and then passed to the next fraternity brother in
Oh
the next
man.
building over, like slutted out. And
Oh
then
wow.
right when she graduates, this helpless man comes and wines and dines, gets her pregnant, and they living happily ever after. That
Hey,
is
man.
trash, bro. Like that man didn't get no warning. That man didn't get no
Man.
kind of alert sent to his phone, no Amber Alert, no nothing, bro. He just straight up
Alert,
taking
dog.
this L. Like, well, it may not be an L to him because he may love her, bro. Like, let me
That's
not say L,
fine,
but
dog.
the way we looking at this like, damn, he don't even know what just happened.
Bruh. So I mean, that shit is funny to me. Um, and for her, it's a come up. So I mean, shit. I'm gonna
Right.
have to applaud her. For
They
making
always
that
gonna go
shit
get the
happen.
bag, bro. They got to
You know
make
what
the
I'm
shit happen,
saying?
bro.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't mad at it.
She
But
always gonna
bro,
come out on top.
so here's my issue. And a week or so, 2 weeks ago, or whatever, we had a podcast about dating a stripper.
Hmm.
Um, so when I think about the famous line or question of turning a hoe into a housewife, for me, I don't even really dwell. Once again, bro, I don't care how much she's fucked, you know? For me, that type of lifestyle though, all right, because
Right.
there is a correlation. So
For
that
sure.
type of lifestyle to me, right? I'm going to have to question what type of skills does she have within a committed relationship?
Right.
Because the thing is, if she's been living a whole or loose or whatever lifestyle, do whatever the fuck you want to do with your body, right? But I do understand the reality of you living that lifestyle. So more times than not, you're dealing with hoe ass niggas.
Yep.
You're dealing with motherfuckers who sliding in your fucking DMs, or you entertaining Tinder swipes,
Exactly.
or
Accepted
you
cash apps.
right, you accepting cash apps, you at the club, for one night stands, you
Hmm.
got, you got sugar daddies and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like when those are the caliber of men and relationships and dynamics that you've been used to for that long, I
Right.
don't care how many niggas have blasted you out from the back. All right.
It's
I'm
about the
think
transformation.
I'm thinking about what type of home and what type of skill set and what type of like cognitive complexity do you have if your whole life has been based on you having fun and throwing ass and being real light and being real passive. You may be cool as fuck to hang
Right.
around for a day or two, but then like when real shit in life happens, like how do you handle stress? How do you communicate within a relationship? How do you consider me, not just sexually, but mentally and
Hmm.
emotionally when you out in the world doing some shit? You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
then, but here's my question to that. How do you put
mhm.
yourself in that position to even approach a woman that's been a part of that lifestyle? Now, is this somebody that she used to do this a long time ago? Because like we said, if this happened like way, way, way back in the past, like you was trying to put yourself through college, that's
Mhm.
occupational. So I'm not even really looking at it as you was just out here in the streets being a hoe. You
For
was
sure.
getting your money, and I,
Right,
and
right,
I
right.
understand that. But it's like, how are you even getting in this situation to, to question, oh damn, how can she go from this whole lifestyle to this wholesome woman, you know relationship, or even marriage with me?
Bro, okay, so for me, like anytime I put myself in a situation or a new situation or I have a
Hmm.
romantic interest, right? Those are always questions that I ask myself, regardless of
Okay.
what the dynamic is. Because
Hmm.
at some point, you can only throw so much dick in her before she's gonna want to
Yeah.
fucking know, like, where's this going?
Yeah, where's
You
this gonna
know?
go? Yeah. What are we?
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I like to stay mentally sharp to be able to have those conversations and then
Hmm.
ask her those types of questions, not in a judgmental way, but just in a real way.
For sure.
So, you got to start asking these types of women, good girls and quote unquote hoes, like, describe to me how you bring and add value, peace of mind, or consistency to my life that I don't do
Hmm.
for myself already.
Right.
Because what happens is that a lot of women in whatever genre or category,
Background they have, yeah.
they tend to view relationships as in what they're going to receive from the man,
Mm.
regardless of what lifestyle they've been living. They can be a lawyer, a doctor, a stripper, an OnlyFans model. It don't even fucking matter. A
Right.
lot of women approach the situation within the frame of what can this man do for me, and all I have to do is exist and breathe.
Yeah. Nah.
You know.
Nah. Yeah.
So when I'm thinking about that question with any woman, it's
Hmm.
about, okay, regardless of if, once again, regardless if you've only fucked 5 niggas or 500 niggas, what's your skill set to take it to the next level?
To the next level. Yeah.
To
Okay.
like to be in my space for more than a few days, for me to entertain the idea of building a home with you, not just
Right.
living in a house,
Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just
Not coexisting.
having
Yeah.
a fucking wedding. Because
Yeah.
I hate when you ask women about marriage and partnership and they start talking about the wedding. Like,
Yeah.
what
About the
the fuck?
wedding.
Like, you want a
Yeah.
party? So
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
want a
So
party?
you want to continue your old
You
lifestyle? That's
like
what you want to do.
you want to wear a costume. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just buy
Yeah.
you a dress. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No.
But keep that paperwork over there though, because
Yeah.
like I said, like
That
you're
mental.
yeah, like you're not in the right space
Mm-hmm.
for me to proceed there. And it's not because you've been throwing ass for the past 5 to 10 years. It's because of that, your skill
Yeah.
set is
It's
here,
limited. Yeah. It's
is
very
limited.
limited.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Sheesh. Nah, I totally get where you're coming from too. Yeah, just like I said earlier, it's all about that mental capacity and the fact that we can get along and we can progress and we can build with one another at the end of the day. That's all it really boils down to. It sucks to think about when
Hmm.
you're dealing with a hoe,
Yeah, for
but
sure. Ego
as a
wise, for
woman,
sure.
period, you just need somebody that's gonna be on the same level with you regardless. And sometimes that good girl just may not have it all because she is limited, in a sense. So
Hmm.
on both sides of the spectrum, they're both gonna be limited, but it's about where you guys gonna fill in the gap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I
I'm
think
trying to fill both gaps if you feel what I'm saying, but I want to make sure that it's gonna be a great experience throughout. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, man. And that's also too just like a little bonus, rant. I think that's too what a lot of people in general don't realize the difference between men and women and what we value. And the man much really values the experience that he's receiving and getting and also able to provide for his woman and for his lifestyle, whereas
Right.
the woman is more so focused on those tangible items, where we're more focused on the intangible items. So because you'll have women all day long, I got degrees, I make
Right.
money, I'm a bad bitch, I look
Exactly.
good, I drive this,
I
I
got
live
this
here.
Benz. I'm driving this
And it's
CLA.
like you just handed me a resume, but I saw you in the customer service department and you talk to people bad. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
your
Like,
grammar is terrible.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I see that you have a degree. I see
Right.
that you have these certs. I see how you look because you walked in.
Right.
But nigga, the real life experience, how you talk to me, your tone, your
Mm-hmm.
inflection, like how you like once again, how you handle stress, how you convert or not convert. Like I was having a good ass day that you walked up in here bitching
Exactly. Yeah, you come in here
about
for no reason with some bullshit.
you walked in here and you didn't communicate and have a conversation about your poor
Right.
energy. You came in here and you wanted to
Ooh, talk
transfer and
about it.
spill it on the
Yeah, talk
environment.
about that. Yeah,
You
exactly.
didn't
You
you
bringing that
didn't
negativity to
you
me
didn't
in
you
this
didn't want to
place.
convert it. You didn't walk in from a bad day and give a nigga a hug. You
Yeah,
didn't
you
you
didn't try to
didn't
fix that shit.
you didn't go to the gym and turn that fucked ass energy into some gains. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You came in the crib with a shitty ass attitude and started talking to me like I fucked your day up.
yeah. Like you
Negative.
fucked it up. Yeah, exactly,
Negative.
exactly. I
You
think the
know?
thing that women that they don't think about first, and I feel like sometimes the hoe has this mentality that
Mm-hmm.
she understands this is that I'm gonna say me, but I feel like this is a lot of men. We want two things: peace. That's number
Mm-hmm.
one. We want peace and pussy, bro. We will be good. And now, when I say peace, that encompasses everything that you just said. I want to make sure that you're not finna come in with your fucked up attitude and take it out on me. We can talk about why your attitude is fucked up and get over it, but you're
Mm-hmm.
not finna. I'm not finna be your punching bag. We're not
Yeah,
finna do
for
that
sure.
unless you're trying to get WWE in here and we just finna plex. Like, unless you want to take it that route, then hey. But if that's not what you want, talk about that shit, bro. Be able to communicate your feelings without letting it be excessive or spilling it out on me to where I'm the puncher bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, to your point of peace and pussy, I would just swap out pussy for prosperity because I think pussy is
Okay.
included. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm thinking about my mental state, how once again how I take care of my energy. Because here's my thing with women, I don't do or say nothing that I wouldn't be cool if they did it or said it to me. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And
okay.
I try to live through that principle with everything that I do. If I say some hoe ass shit to you, I need
You
to be
gotta
good
expect it
with
to
you
come
saying
back.
some hoe ass shit to me.
Yeah.
If I throw
Mm-hmm.
a punch at you, I need to be good with you throwing one back. And
Yeah.
that's just how I live my life. So I don't bring unnecessary drama or unexplained energy to
Right.
any woman in my life because that's not fair. And then as a man, if I'm supposed to be leading the way, then I would be moving in a feminine frame if
Yeah.
I came up in the house like,
Yeah.
puh, puh,
Yeah.
puh. fucking pouting and shit.
Pouting,
Like,
yeah,
no, nigga
exactly.
walk in the crib like say,
Ask me
baby,
what's wrong.
hey man, this whole ass nigga at the job, man. Let me tell you about this shit. So this
Yeah.
bitch ass nigga gonna call. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may
Mm-hmm.
have an angry tone, but I'm not directing that at you. Like,
Right.
it's
Right.
my attempt to communicate and share my world with you, not shit
Yeah.
on me because
Yeah.
you're going through something and
Because
with
you on some bullshit.
you know, within your own inner experience, which we all
Mm-hmm.
have, but you need to be able to once again convert and not transfer and dump, you
Right. There
know.
you go. There
And
you go.
sometimes with the good and bad girl or good girl and hoe, you have to
Mm-hmm.
deal with that shit. And it
Yeah.
has nothing
Regardless.
to do with how much ass you've thrown. You know what I'm
Yeah. You're
saying?
right.
Like
You're
it
right.
has to do with, I think it relates more so to the packaging comment that we made earlier in the
It's all
conversation.
about the internal, bro. No matter
Yeah.
who it is, whether it's the hoe or the good girl, until you are one with yourself and you understand where you came from, what you've done, and what you're about to do to move forward,
Hmm.
that's the key right there.
For
Because if
sure.
you bringing your bullshit on to the next situation and not letting the person that you're finna be with be able to move through it with you,
Hmm.
that's some whole ass shit.
Yeah.
That's just some whole shit. So to
And
me, bro, what it's sounding like is that you leaning a little bit towards the hoe. Like
for
she
sure. For
she kind
sure.
of got that mindset to where you can
Yes.
ride with it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You know,
You're
because
right.
I feel like for me personally, I always believe I have something to give. You know, I
Yeah.
always believe I have something to, I guess, deploy into my environment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're willing to be better, then let's be better. But the
Right.
thing is with me, bro, I have really high patience, but I got low tolerance though.
Ooh, I
So
think mine is the opposite for
you know what I'm
sure, bro.
saying? So it's like I'll be patient with progress, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
tolerating no turbulence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, we're not doing that shit. And we're not doing that shit because I'm not doing that shit. And this is my house. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
You know, I
saying?
know you, and I know you, and I know you don't like to repeat yourself, bro.
Yeah,
So
bro. Like,
it just needs to
no.
be understood. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have this conversation one time because I'm gonna make it real clear in
Yeah.
depth what I want and what I
I'm gonna speak
desire
clearly.
and what I
Yeah.
desire from you. It ain't about to be no gray. I'm not that whole ass nigga that don't know how to communicate. You can't go talking to your homegirls and shit about some shit I'm not doing because I'm doing all that shit.
Yeah.
So
Because you do it.
now
Yeah.
you have to step
Let's
up.
get to the facts. Yeah. Let's get to the facts. You
You
got to
have
confront this
you
now.
have you have to step up because that's
Mhm.
exactly what the fuck I plan on doing. And I'm gonna be
Yeah.
proactive about it too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna initiate the whole ass conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Because the good girl ain't finna do
man,
that. She's
it's
not finna do that.
you know, like with good girls and with bad girls or with hoes, like nigga, I'm the type of nigga that'll ask you some shit off the wall and you be like, hold on, why are we
Yeah.
having this
Did this? Yeah.
conversation? And I'm just
Did
like,
he
nah,
really just
nigga,
ask me this?
because I know in about 2 more weeks of you releasing them cheeks, you
Yeah.
gonna be asking me what the fuck I gotta
Yeah.
do.
Exactly the
So
same
I'm
thing. Yeah.
I'm coming to your ass about what the fuck I want to see or need to see from you.
There you go.
And
There you go,
I'm
bro.
letting you know up front because it's coming and I ain't
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah, it's gonna happen regardless. Yeah, it's gonna
It's
happen
coming.
regardless, and you just gonna meet it. You're just gonna meet it head on before the shit even
You
get to
know
that
what I'm
point.
saying? And I don't do it to cause chaos, and it may seem that way. I really
It's
do it
clarity,
to
bro. It's for clarity.
yeah, I really do it for clarity. I do it to stay fair. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, hey, like let's have a check-in with our relationship and where we're at and where this shit is
Right.
going or not going. And it don't have to be no big boo-hoo fucking punk ass breakup session.
Yeah. No.
You
Yeah.
like, hey
For real.
man,
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
this where we at, you
Yeah.
know?
That makes
Like
sense.
this is what I'm doing, this is what you doing, whatever. So a
Yeah.
lot of the relationship dynamics to me really stretches beyond sex because sex to me is a baseline thing.
Right.
And
And that makes sense. That makes
you,
sense. Because
you
that's going if you fuck with somebody, y'all like each other. It's like you said, if the physical attraction is there, the sex just needs to happen and it's probably going to happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's
right.
just like you're saying, that's just something that's gonna happen. So the bottom line is that y'all got to be there mentally together. Y'all have to be in the same mental capacity in order for the cheeks land to even continue to go
Yes.
about properly. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Because
Right.
if not, bro, like cause I'm not no young nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And we both
I'm
Leos,
not
bro. It's a Leo thing.
exactly
Like that's
for
really
sure.
what it
Like
is. That's what it boils
exactly,
down
bro.
to.
Like you fucking with my kingdom, you gotta go.
Yeah.
And I'm not no
That's it.
18, 19-year-old nigga that's all like, ooh, I get to have sex. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
nah.
give a fuck.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, it
saying?
don't. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
at this point, I'm good. If you're bringing bullshit to my
Yeah, if you
environment,
finna fuck the pride land up,
You
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
finna get exiled. Yeah,
hey,
we
bro,
can't have that shit.
I
Yeah.
say this shit live. I'm the type of nigga to where if I don't like you, nigga, my dick won't get hard.
Yeah, exactly. You go, yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
give
even
a
want
fuck
to you
how
don't even want
fine
to
you
do it.
is. I don't give a fuck. You'll be sitting there oiled the fuck up. If you didn't piss me off and we
Yeah.
ain't fucking converted that bad energy, I'll be soft as
Slide
a
your ass
motherfucker.
off these silk sheets.
I'll go fucking press that PS button, nigga. Doo doo.
Oh
Grand
damn.
Theft Auto, nigga. We good. Give a fuck.
Oh,
Fucking with the
so then
wrong
so
nigga when
then
it
we
come to
can
that shit.
agree that the hoe is just gonna eventually, she just gonna be the she, if you fuck with her enough, she gonna turn into the housewife no matter what the situation is. She just, that's her final form
No, bro,
in some.
I don't, but see, that's the thing too. I don't think it's natural evolution. I think she has to want that, actively want that for herself. And I
Okay.
think that sometimes you have the hoes or the bad girls that get so marinated and embedded in that lifestyle that when they attempt to bring themselves out, it's so it's like if you an
It's
athlete,
just obvious, yeah, like
you
you
know what I'm
just try.
saying? It's like if you an athlete that's never stretched, right?
Yeah,
All you've
yeah.
been doing is lifting weights and you swole as fuck, and then now your coach is like, say, man, if you want to win this competition, you got to take your ass to yoga. And you know, it's just like, shit.
Yeah, like damn, yeah.
Nigga be in that whole crying, nigga. And you be sitting there like, man, you swole as fuck. You got this, like,
Yeah,
it
you're
hurt.
yeah.
Nigga, you
Nah,
feel
yeah.
bad. You know? And I think like it's along the same lines in a metaphoric sense to where I don't think it's natural. I think it has to be active, just like the good girl has to be
But on
active.
their part though.
Yeah, on their
Right.
part
So
for
we can't,
sure.
so yeah, we can't turn them into,
Yeah, no,
we can't do nothing about that. They have to actively want to be in that
yes,
position and to be that person. All right,
yes, for
I agree with
sure,
that. I
for sure. And
100%
I
agree
mean,
with that.
it's the same thing for the good girl. The good girl has to actively fucking broaden her scope and
Hmm.
delete some of the templates that don't match reality. You know, because I think there's a lot of women who check off the boxes on paper, not realizing that they're providing a poor experience.
Yeah,
Not,
exactly. The customer
and,
service is
yeah,
trash.
and
Yeah,
not just sexually, but like, say, dog,
all
like,
around.
why are you talking to me like that?
Yeah,
I ain't one of your fucking employees.
bro.
Like,
Yes,
what is that shit?
they have that boss mentality, and they try to bring it into the relationship.
You know what
That
I'm
shit gets
saying?
cut off at the door when
Right.
you walk out of your office. Not this door. When you walk out the damn building where you work,
You
that
know what
has to
I'm
end because I don't
saying?
want you calling me on that same bullshit when you get in your vehicle.
Right,
Nah,
for sure. And
nah.
I'm not even no like I'm not even a hyper tyrant ass motherfucker, but I'm just about
Right.
mutual respect and principle. And just like I stated earlier, if you talk to me crazy, be cool when it happened to you.
When it come back to you, yeah,
Be
that
cool when
makes
it
sense.
happened to you. Because
Yeah,
I
that's it.
promise you I'm tough.
Yeah,
I
it's
ain't
yeah.
mean.
I'm built like
Like
that. Yeah.
I'm not a mean motherfucker. I'm not gonna start it with you, but if you gonna bring it to me, then let's go.
It's at the door.
I'm
It's at
saying
the door
right.
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
tough, and a lot of mean motherfuckers don't be tough, men
Yeah.
and women.
Yeah.
It's the
Nah,
motherfuckers that be
facts.
starting
That's
shit that get
facts.
their ass beat.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? You need to
Real
tighten
talk,
up.
bro.
Real
Real
talk,
talk.
for sure.
Nah, that's it. That's it. You hit it on the head, Jay.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro. But
That's
yeah,
it, bro.
man. We gonna actually stop the conversation right here, bro. I appreciate you hopping on,
Man,
taking
you
the
know
time
me, man.
out.
You know me.
Yeah, man. We
I feel
gonna
like this was a mature conversation that had to be had and seen from, two different sides. I know we have some